guys, how you doing? So I wanted to make a new tour video of the van. We finished the van back in June, but since then we've made a lot of changes. So I just thought I'd take the other one down and put this one up because this shows all the different things we've done. A lot of it was just kind of decor. I wanted to make it more cute, so I went with a woodland theme since both Doug and I both like outside in the woods and hiking and all that. So here we go. So sorry it's kind of dirty. We've had some messy weather here, so it's really hard to keep your vehicle neat in New England this time of year. So this is a 2002 Ford E350. It is the extended version, so it has an extra 2 feet in the back. As you can see, it's a windowed passenger van. It had all the, I don't know, several rows of seats in it when I bought it, but I asked them if they would remove them for me, and they did. So that was really helpful. So the windows came very, very tinted, which is great. I don't really even use window covers. So these back windows here, the last 2 back windows, we ended up insulating inside and putting walls up inside, so you can't see through those anyway. So I paid $3,000 for the van. It was in pretty good shape. It didn't need a whole lot of work. It did have a lot of rust, but we were able to do most of the work ourselves. I'm going to make a video on how much I spent on the van and the whole build pretty soon. It does need some body work. That's something next spring we hope to get to, fixing the rust, and I want to paint it with Raptor liner, black on the bottom and blue up top. But it doesn't really have any major dents. It has this little dent here, that's about it. Scratch back there. But that's all stuff that Doug and I can fix. So to start back here, this has I put a backup camera, was the first thing I did. This is solar powered, so it gets charged by the sun, but you have to make a point of directing it towards the sun. But it works great. There's a button you push inside. I'll show you that. And as you can see, it has a vent up on the roof and a max air fan. You can't see them right now, but it has 3 100-watt solar panels hooked up in parallel, and it is attached to the Goal Zero that I have inside. So as you step in, you see I have my trash right here. And no open house is complete without chocolate chip cookies. There was more, but somebody ate them. Oh yeah. So I made a video on this. This is the toilet that Doug and I made. That's a jug that I go pee in. And then there's a bag and some baking soda in that bag if I need to go number 2. And then I can just take it and throw it away. There's a pail inside. So I wanted something to sit on that I could cook from and do all my hygiene from. And I wanted to make it a toilet also. So that's actually one of my favorite things in the van. And if you turn it around, you'll see I have a little shelf in there that I have a couple pair of shoes in. So it's the usual mess up here. This is the backup camera. You just press that button, and then it shows you what's behind you. And that just plugs in here, and it shuts off automatically. So nothing unusual up here. I do have just a couple of visor organizers. Yeah, Bluetooth speaker. This is old school. It doesn't even have a tape player. It just has a radio. This set of drawers I got at Savers for $10. It's really heavy duty. It was bright yellow, so I just stripped it and painted it. And it's perfect. We have our socks and underwear in there, and I've got them divided with cardboard. And all of our hygiene items fit in there. And I just got these window sash things to lock it. So you see I have some live edge here, and this is an LED candle. I don't want any flames in here. I have a little jewelry box my daughter made me, and a mirror. And this planking right here, So as I said, I wanted to go the woodland theme, and I just thought this looked like just like a tree, so I wanted to put this in somewhere. So we decided to just kind of trim out this door with it. I think it looks pretty cool. So here we have the bed. It's a queen size bed. So it gets shorter as it gets further to the back of the van. I think it starts out as 72 and then gradually goes down to 69, I believe. So whoever's sleeping over there, I call it the crib because it feels like you're in a crib. It is shorter. It is a shorter space over there, so I usually sleep over there because Doug's a little taller than me. I'm 5'6" and he's 5'8.5" or something. But width-wise, it's a queen. So it's actually it's very comfortable. It's one of those Mallard or something trifold mattresses. I built the bed on hinges. I'll try to insert a picture if I can find one. So each side hinges up. I don't really need it to do that, but I just thought it would be handy just in case. So underneath the bed, as you see, I have my Goal Zero right here, Goal Zero 1000. So this runs my heater, my refrigerator. I charge the Jackery that's in the back when I need to with it. And I charge my water pick or anything else like that. So far so good. It works for everything and I have enough. I have enough power so far. That's just clothes and just miscellaneous stuff. The diesel heater is behind all that stuff to the left. So we built this box, as you see, to lift up the white drawers so we could run the heater. It's halfway under the bed and halfway under these drawers. And then the hose comes around and comes out here. So in the previous tour, this was just right on the floor. So we put up this whitewash shiplap up here in the walls, both sides, and then edged out the top with it also. And kind of, we just took some blue, watered down some blue paint and made it, and did that because I love blue. And it kind of just looks like the sky compared to all the other brown that's in here. So we hung up some posters. So this upper cabinet here was actually the first thing that we built in the van. The drawer slide. This is actually a dry erase board, the white, so I can write on it with the markers if I want. So there's lots of storage in there. I just kind of keep miscellaneous stuff in there. I actually have room to spare as far as storage goes. So another thing we added was this horizontal bookshelf. If you can see it, you might not be able to tell, but it kind of angles down like this so the books don't slide out. So I keep some books in there. We got a thermometer. And we have another little bookshelf right up there. And I thought whoever was sleeping in the crib over here needed a place to put their phone and maybe a water bottle, so I built that little foot box for him. And then to run this fan, I brought the Jackery up here, so that's attached to the wall over there. And it's plugged in, so if I turn on the Goal Zero, I can charge the Jackery from the Goal Zero. So in the back is a garage. I'll show you that afterwards. And it's kind of ugly looking, so I thought I would hang up a curtain. So we hung up this, it's actually a shower curtain, but again, it looks like woods. So the hook's actually like little pine cones. So that's cool, I think. So this is the vent for over the bed. It's not a fan, just a vent. I gotta get this leaf out of here. So what I found is if you just open this, and then you turn on your max fair on air out, this feels like it's a fan. It feels like it is a fan blowing down on you, because the max air fan creates such a suction. So I'm glad, it was kind of an afterthought to do this, so I'm really glad that I added this second roof vent. And if I ever wanted to make it a fan, it's the same exact size as the max air fan, the 14-inch square, so I can always do that. But so far, I've not been too hot in here. So that's the remote for the diesel heater. I have one control there for when I'm sleeping over here. And the other control is right here. And that's the control. Underneath here, I have a strip of LED lights. I'll show you what that looks like. I'll insert something and show you what that looks like at night. It looks pretty cool. So we have a little clock here. So now that brings us to the kitchen. I hang fruit in here. This is just a little basket I got at Target. All around the van I have these little push lights. They're just battery powered. I didn't want too much to have to run power, so I just got a ton of these little battery powered lights. And just as I found that I needed them, I just stuck them up. So I have another video that details how we did the kitchen. So I'm just going to give you an overview clearly. These curtains I had in my room, so I wanted to reuse them. They're just up with dual lock. So that is my fresh water tank, and then I just have some coffee maker and some miscellaneous stuff under there. And that's the foot pump to run the water. I wanted a way to use as little water as possible. So with the foot pump, you can really control how much comes out, and you have your hands free. Everything is fastened, so in an accident, it won't go anywhere. So here's the sink. This is a tea kettle I use when I want to heat up water to wash up. This is actually one of those warming tray pans that you'd get like in a buffet. So we just put a hole in it and put an RV drain in it. And this is just the cover for it. I made out of a piece of wood. So I got a plant, that's Dino. And that's just some Bronner's soap. And the sink just drains outside. See that white? This is the drain pipe. It just goes right outside the van and underneath the van, and I have a screen over it. I figure if I'm ever in a place where I can't just let the water run onto the ground, I'll just stop at the sink. I'll put a bowl in it or whatever. So this is just one of those gas one butane self-igniting burners. These actually work really good because you can really just even simmer something and put it way down low. So I really like it. It works great. Heats up water really fast. Now this fridge I had, it's an 18-liter Dometic. Had this for a while. Had this in the minivan and the Prius. So now it's here. These things are expensive, so you use them as long as you can. I do have some screens up, but I don't really need them right now. And I have these little other window covers to make it even darker in here. So as of yet, I made some window covers, but I don't really feel the need for them. If I'm trying to park stealthily, I wouldn't be having any lights on anyway. I would just go to bed. Otherwise, I'd go someplace else and get ready for bed, and then drive to where I want to sleep. There's another curtain. I just can take it off with the dual lock or just flip it up when I need to. This is all cooking utensils. I made these little boxes to fit, custom fit in each spot. All my food's in the house right now because I've been at my dad's. So this is where I put some food. And that's where I put some more. Now I don't wash dishes in the sink really. I use this vinegar and water, and I just spray my dishes and wipe them off with a paper towel. So I don't really use a lot of water in the sink anyway. Right now I'm sitting on this toilet stool, and you can see I can sit up straight and I have plenty of room. It's just a perfect height to work at the counter or to get things out of the drawers or whatever. It's perfect. So tucked away here, you see this? I've got it Velcroed or dual locked. If you don't know what dual lock is, it's kind of like Velcro, but it actually snaps together. It's like really stiff. Both sides are the same. So because the counter is so small, I made this flip-up table. So I just put the leg under there, and then you have all this surface to work. So we built the fridge up on this little platform. So it was kind of, I just like the way it looked, so it was all level with the counter. So we it also made room for, this is all my pans and dishes. in here. So I really love how functional the kitchen is. This whole space is very, very functional. So behind the seat, since I don't really turn the seat that much, I tuck some things back there. I have a car vacuum and my window covers for the front and side. If you watch my Pittsfield video, you'll see how I use the window covers for the front and the side. I do have a curtain that goes right here with a dowel, but it's just a pain in the butt. It closes in the area and it makes it so when you swivel the seat, it's in the way. So once in a while, everybody stops at a fast food and they go through drive-through and they have to drive if they want to eat. But in these vans, it's just so much stuff up there, there's no place to put your food. So I built this little table. It looks like this one is folded up, and these legs are Velcroed. So what you do is you open these legs, and they swing out. It has this little thing here, this little space here. I hook that onto the console lip, and you pull these legs back and they're at an angle, so now you have a nice surface. You can put your food and your drinks in the holes. Thought that was pretty cute. So the ceiling is cedar planks, tongue and groove. We thought we'd be slick and install it with magnets, but that didn't work because the thin slate insulation kind of just pushed it down too much. So we ended up using dual lock, which didn't work that great either. So we ended up just putting these trim pieces just kind of to support it. So we basically just trimmed out the fan and the vent with these pieces, and I think it looks kind of cool and it actually holds up to ceiling. So I definitely would do that differently next time. Your final look at what it looks like in here, and then I'll talk about some of the stuff. I'll show you the garage. So we have a nice flip-up table here. And with this door shut, it makes a great desk right there for whoever's sitting there. So first we started out with a smaller one, but it was too small, so we went with that one. I have a lot of these magnetic lights here too. They're either sensor or you can just put them off and on, and they're just stuck there with magnets. Again, another screen here. We just built a wooden little, replacing the panel with a thin wood piece, and left the pocket, so we just keep a bunch of stuff in there. Same thing over here. That will get changed because these doors are kind of rusted, so Doug bought some new ones. So in the spring when we do the body work, we're going to replace these doors, so we'll probably do something different inside. This is where the diesel heat exhaust. We'll put it right next to the regular exhaust. Alright, so this is the garage area. Now this area always looks different. Sometimes we have our bikes here and the inflatable tandem kayak. Sometimes I have a work table here. It just depends on what we're doing, where we're going, and what season it is. Sometimes I have a bag full of winter coats. And right now I've got all my snow brushes and stuff to clean off the van, and a stool so I can reach it. Let me move this curtain and you can see what's behind it. So I recently added this pegboard to the back here. We keep most of our tools back here. That goes way back up to the Goal Zero in the front, so there's quite a bit of room. So these are all just our tools and batteries and everything. So I wanted an easier place just to get at our hand tools, keep them organized and just handy because we do a lot of projects. And we actually are hoping to possibly buy another van and build it out and maybe sell it because we enjoy doing it so much. But we'll see what happens in the spring. So far these don't really come off when I shut the door. These things, I had to move some things around. So these pretty much stay here when I shut the door, and that stuff stays here, and nothing actually rattles. So it works out pretty well. So I just have some of the tools stuck with magnets, some little pouches and stuff with miscellaneous things. You know, I just used everything I could. Oh, by the way, the van is insulated with Thinsulate, everywhere, or that little spray foam stuff. But on the floor, I had this big, huge exercise mat. The floor is mostly done with this, at least with the under the bed. So this is the tank for the diesel heater. It's nice and handy. We can just come in here and fill it. And this is what I use as a hamper. So we just crawl on the bed and just stick our clothes, dirty clothes in here. And I just have a backpack hanging there and an extension cord. And also we insulated the windows with part of this mat. These back windows here and the ones by the bed are insulated with this. I just thought it would be a good insulator, and I had it, so I wanted to use it up. So I'm not going to bore you with everything I have. It's just equipment and gear, clothing, as you can see, boots, some safety gear. This jump starts the van, this little Noco boost or whatever. That'll jump start the van, and I've used it many times because I always forget to shut the lights off because I'm not used to an old school vehicle that doesn't do it automatically. We haven't finished it yet, but this is a nice, we added this flip up table so we can work here or just put some tools down here as we're doing different projects. So now you see why I wanted that curtain, because you can see all this stuff from inside the van. And this actually kind of brightens it up when this is closed. It brightens up the space and it kind of looks like a window, so it's kind of cool. I forgot to show you the height of the bed. It is a little, I'm sitting on the edge of the bed now. You do have to kind of crunch over. You can't really stand up, sit up straight, but it's not too bad. But so far we really love everything we've done. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. I really love it. I love spending time in it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this woodland theme, and give me some ideas of other themes that you guys would come up with. Because maybe if we do another van build, I want to do a theme with that. And I always thought it'd be cool to do like an industrial theme where you're using like piping and diamond plate and everything. It'd be kind of a masculine type of build, but I don't know, I think it'd be cool. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Take care.